Hi everyone, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I have another delicious aromatic fall dessert recipe for you. I'll be making my chai tea bundt cake with chai tea custard topping. And I love everything about this cake. It is packed with so much incredible flavor. It is so aromatic, and the bundt cake is just so buttery and moist. It kind of melts in your mouth. It is perfect in the morning with a chai latte, a tea, or even some coffee. Let me show you how to make it. For my batter, I'll be using 1 cup of unsalted butter, and I've softened it at room temperature. And I'm not going to add any extra sugar to this recipe since the chai tea is already sweetened. And then I'm also going to be adding some white chocolate, so half a cup of melted white chocolate. And then I'll grab my mixer and mix this for about 2 to 3 minutes until that butter is light and fluffy. Into my creamed butter, I'm going to add in a teaspoon of vanilla extract and 4 large eggs. And mix this again for another 2 to 3 minutes until the eggs are creamy and smooth. And now for the chai tea flavor, I'm using this concentrated sweetened chai tea mixture. Now, if you don't have this or you can't find this, I'm going to include a way that you can make this recipe without it on my blog. Just go down in the video description box below. So I'll need half a cup of this concentrate, and then I added half a cup of milk, and I also added some loose leaf chai tea to add some, great texture and little bits and pieces into the batter. And I'm going to pour the chai tea mixture into my batter, but I'm not going to stir it just yet. Moving on to my dry ingredients, I have 2 cups of all-purpose flour. To that I'll add in 4 teaspoons of baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Mix this all together, and then we're going to sift the dry ingredients into the batter. And then I'll grab my mixer and mix this batter together just until that flour is incorporated. I've sprayed down a 9-inch Bundt pan very well with some baking spray. You want to make sure it has like a grease and a flour component, or you could just butter and flour the pan, and then drop in the cake batter. And this chai tea bundt cake is ready to go into my oven. I have mine preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to bake about 35 to 40 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. And then when it's done, just take it out of the oven and let it cool in the pan. And now moving on to our chai tea custard, I have 3/4 cup of this chai tea concentrate mixed with 3/4 cup of whole milk. To this, I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Whisk that together. In a separate bowl, I have 2 large egg yolks, and to that I'll add in 1/4 cup of sugar. Mix that together for about a minute until it's creamy. And then I'll add in the chai tea and milk mixture. And then I'll pour the custard mixture into a small saucepan and cook the custard over medium heat, stirring constantly with a spatula so you don't get any clumps. And it'll cook for about 4 to 5 minutes until it thickens and it holds its shape on the back of a spoon. And this custard already smells so good. I'm going to add in 4 tablespoons or 1/4 cup of butter. As soon as I take it off the stove top, mix in this butter until it's completely melted, and then I'll cover the custard and let it chill while that cake is baking in the oven. My bundt cake has been cooling for about 30 minutes now. Now I can invert it onto my cake stand. So what I like to do is actually place the cake stand like this and then flip it over. That looks beautiful. All it needs is some of that chai tea custard on top, and we can dig in and enjoy. So you can either spoon the custard over the top of the cake, or you could transfer it into a pastry bag and then let it just drizzle down the side of the cake. I'm going to cut into this cake so you guys can see how it looks like on the inside. Check that out. Doesn't that look amazing? It's just so buttery and moist. It's just going to melt in your mouth. And this chai tea bundt cake is all done, and I like to enjoy it with some extra custard on top. It's just so creamy and delicious. It's the perfect addition to this cake. Time to dig in and enjoy. Absolutely phenomenal. You guys are going to fall head over heels in love with this cake. I just love everything about it. It is packed with so much of that spicy chai tea flavor, and then you have that creamy custard on top. My favorite part is it's not too sweet, it's not overwhelming. It's going to be perfect in the morning for breakfast, or you can eat it as an afternoon snack. Just delicious, and it just brings these warm kind of fall flavors into your kitchen. It'll fill your whole kitchen with the most amazing aroma. For the full recipe, just head on down into the video description box. I always have a link down there that will take you over to my blog for the full recipe. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoy this recipe at home.